The quest for a Vise, a bench Vise for shop, I think hopefully has come to an end. I don't know if you remember about a month or two back on one of the videos, I did purchase a Vise, an articulated Vise from Harbor Freight. It was like a $20 special, and it was junk. Sometimes you get that, you have $20 here and there. Sometimes things from Harbor Freight are good, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they need to go back to the drawing board and refigure it out, which was the case for that one. Now, I did do a little bit of modifications to it, and it's working just fine today. I can show you that real quick here. Give you a little brief show and tell on it if you don't know what I'm talking about. And it is this little guy right here. You've seen this guy. I see me use this a lot in the knife build videos. And how rare is it to actually see things kind of cleaned up in here? This is a water pump for a property. We're doing a shallow well property. But how rare is it to see the countertops clean? Usually you don't see it a mess. Rare opportunity to see this kind of stuff. It's off days here in the shop. But anyway, this was a $20 Vise. And when I first got it out of the box, they had a suction cup on the bottom for the base that would adhere to the table. It did not work. It actually, the latch to it broke within like 2 or 3 operations on it. It broke. So it wouldn't do it. Because I remember saying it sucked, but it didn't suck, but it sucks, but it don't suck. Suck. Yeah, you got it. No sense repeating that. So I modified it a little bit. I took it off the base, threw that thing away. That thing was complete junk. So I even went and bolted it down to the table and still used it to articulation. It still had that articulation to it. It wouldn't stay in place. It wouldn't lock in place. It would move and everything. And it was just a pain in the ass. So I took some L brackets and I took me a chunk of wood, screwed it down to the table, took me some L brackets and screwed it down to the board and just bolted it down to those L brackets. And it's pretty solid. And it works just fine. I greased it up just this morning, actually. I greased it up, maintain it pretty good. And it works pretty good for $20. This is now a stationary vise for the workbench here. What I picked up is this guy right here. The Central Machinery 2.5-inch table swivel vise. It's got 360-degree two-way locking swivel. And I figured we'll go ahead and take this thing out of the box, do an unboxing here, and see what it's all about. It comes with a clamp. You can just put it on the table and take it off when you wanted to get it out of the way when you're not using it, which is probably what I'm going to use. I'm thinking about where am I going to mount this thing, you know? But I figure if I'm not using it, I'm just going to put it at the bottom of the workbench right there until I need it, and probably mount it on this table right here, most likely. But still, it's got dual heat-treated jaws, smooth surface for plastic or wood, diamond pattern for metal. It's got a V groove for a round stock. Oh, okay. So maybe for holding my pens and stuff when I get ready to cut them or whatever. Easily clamps on bench tops up to 1 3/8 inch thick. So yeah, let's open this thing and let's take a good look at it. Let me find something to crack that open with. Pull out the old Mutt 110 here and get this thing just opened up. The vise itself on the shelf was $22.99, I believe. Actually $22.49 or something like that. It was around the $22 to $23 range. After tax, it came like $24.71 after the taxes kicked in and everything. Get this open. And let me tell you something. There's a difference between what this vise here weighed and this one. This has actually got some heft to it. So this leads me to believe this is a little bit more heavier duty than this guy. And don't get me wrong, this guy I have been hammering on, beating on, and just giving it hell past couple months, really working with it. And it's held up just fine. Just like I said, I just greased it today. And I'm a Harbor Freight junkie. And they asked me if I wanted the 2-year replacement on that. And I opted out of that. I said it's still low enough that if something happens to it, I won't be too upset. I'll just probably go out and just get another one. But yeah, let's just pull this thing right out of the box and just take a good look at it. It comes with the instruction manuals for it, which I always recommend reading and going over. Remember, safety third. So it does come with some good constructions. Let's take a good look at that real quick. We'll take our time. And essential machinery table vise. Work area safety, personal safety, product use and care, all kinds of stuff. Now, I do keep a hold of these books, these little pamphlets like this. The user manuals, I put them in a filing cabinet I have here in the shop. With a lot, I have it for the saws, I have it for the belt grinders, all my stuff. So I'm going to put that in there now. And let's just take a look at this vise. Oh, wow. That's an absolute beast. For $24, well, you just can't beat that. Look at that. Put this over here in the trash can real quick. Yeah, I cleaned up real good in the shop this morning. So, like I said, it's a rare treat to see. So it's got some jaws down here, jaws on the top. If you can see that, I'll zoom in a little bit. You can see the machinery, see the vise a little bit. There we go. Of course, it's got the clamp to clamp it down to the table, which is awesome. I can put this away in a drawer or something. I ain't really got to worry about bolting it down nowhere. Matter of fact, I can probably use this outside sometimes now, which is awesome. So we'll take a look here at the back of the box before I get rid of it. Get it out here in case y'all want to read the box and get the item number and stuff. Item number is 59113. That coming in clear for you? 59113 is the item number. Kind of gives you an overview of what the tool is. It's got a little anvil on the top of it. So yeah, specs, all that stuff. Back of the box. You can pause that and read that if you like. All right, let's see if this will clamp to this table or will the table fall over. I'm going to build a spot for it, actually. I got some pallet I brought from work to see if I can use it. Will it go in there? Probably not. Will it slide underneath the table? Probably. I know you will. What's up with you? I'm going the wrong direction. That's what was wrong with it, y'all. I didn't say I was the sharpest tool in the shed. There we go. We'll just go ahead and tighten her back down. Slide it over a little bit. Maybe it'll work a little better. There it goes. She's tightening down. And I like how it looks like they give you the option too if you wanted to bolt it down. It looks like, here, I'll bring y'all in. You can see this a little closer. All right, so there it is, clamped down to the table. Get you clamp down to the table. It's got a nice little strong. I got a lip on the bottom of my table, so it's not going to hold on all the way. But look, I like how they give you the option. If you wanted to bolt this down, you could. And there's another hole here underneath that little piece there, which is awesome. They give you that option if you want to bolt this down. Well, let's play around with it real quick, and I might do that actually. I might bolt it down somewhere once I get situated into a permanent spot. And I went ahead and clamped it down pretty tight because my luck, things get dropped and broken and falling off the table. So you see, it's pretty stout. Except for my table, it does a lot of wiggling. So anywho's, it's got tags on it. I might go ahead and grease it up. Oh yeah, because she needs it. I'm already struggling to get this stuff to turn. She ain't been turned yet. I got some grease. We'll grease it up here in the video. Get these joints and things moving. Yeah, because I like it nice and greased up. Easy moving. All right, so it looks like, because I messed around with the one in the store. They had the one that was a display model. It looks like this. You turn this. If you want to switch this around to here. Lock that in place. Now, if you wanted to turn it, you just take this, loosen this key up. Can you see over here on this side? I'll bring you around where you can see it. If you wanted to swivel it, right there, you would turn this key right here to swivel it. And you get that 360-degree articulation to it. Isn't that cool? Finally. And this looks like it's going to be really heavy duty, but in my case, I never know how something's going to do until I actually get to using it and abusing it. Don't know how it's going to hold up, how it's going to act, or anything of that nature, because I don't really know much about these. This is my first one. So I don't have any experience with this particular brand or this particular tool. I just got to start using it. But y'all going to see it a lot on this channel because it's going to get some use. And we're going to see it in action and see how it holds up over time. Because I use the hell out of my tools. I'll tell you what, they do see some abuse. This little guy, as a matter of fact, the little guy right there, I actually had to tighten him back down because I was doing some hammering on a hidden tang knife. Oh, I got grease on my finger. And it was starting to come loose, so I had to take it actually off the thing, tighten every bolt down. And eventually they will work their way loose again. So I'm going to go with some Loctite probably and on the bolts and just put them in there. Hopefully it'll hold it. But I got it. See how smooth that is? Let's grease up the new one and see if we can get it moving just like that too. The grease that I bought, they didn't have this tube when I was doing my brakes on my car. They didn't have this little tube, you know, one job done, you know. Had to buy this big old tub because that's all they really had, and that's paid $8 for it. So I'm going to use it for just about everything that needs grease around here. I'm just going to wipe some on there. And they might have already did this in the manufacturing, but I'm going to put a little bit more on it. I like it extra greased. We're going to put a good hefty amount on it. You can see where it stops in the machine. There's like there's a little discoloration. You can see, actually, yeah, you can see really good on camera. It goes from the gray to that. That's where it kind of stops in the machine, looks like, in the Vise itself. And the rest of it, I would grease it, but it don't look like you can really get to it. So this shaft is about all I'm going to really grease up. Get it in there. Let me get a rag on my hand here, get the grease off of it. Let's see how we do. We're just going to go ahead and just work it in there. Get that grease in there. And really just work it in and out. This is neat. And then for, I think, like I said, it was $24.71 after tax. And this thing is pretty heavy duty. I don't know how that anvil is going to do. That's probably just for pinning, you know, brass pin heads and stuff like that. Not for heavy duty, I can tell you that. But it does feel a lot more stout. Even the clamp. I mean, I feel like that ain't going to go nowhere. I'll probably snatch the table off the wall before anything else. But if you want to see this thing in action, I'll grease this up in a little bit. You want to see this thing in action. So let's take this here. We'll swivel it around. See, after you just take it like that, you swivel it. Okay. And I guess this is for, where'd the box go? I should probably tell you. I'm guessing it says smooth surface for plastic or wood, diamond pattern for the metal. And I'm guessing this is the diamond pattern for the metal. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. And this is definitely the little round stock, or the groove for the round stock right in here. Definitely right in here, stuff like that. Which would be awesome because of the pins. I can put them in there and cut them. Just be awesome. Pretty cool. I'm anxious. I can't wait to get this thing in actual use. And I think what I'm going to do after a while, I will put a designated spot for this and go ahead and bolt it down. So, and not worry about moving it again. I got this clamp down here. But definitely it's easy to use. You take this, you just lock it in place once you get it to where you want it. And you turn this one here. You can't really see it's on the other side. Just turn. And it don't go nowhere. It stays on this side. Here, I'll show you. Try not to get in the light the best I can for you. Turn this guy here. Back up a little bit. Turn this guy here.
if you want to swivel it. And then once you get it into the spot you want, just lock her down. And then it looks like she don't move. I barely got that tight. I mean, I just ran it down where I couldn't turn it no more. And look at the hold on it. That's a good strong hold. And then this guy, of course, you unlock, swivel it around, do this and that. This is going to be cool to work with. I can't wait to do it. So I'm going to finish greasing this up. I'm going to let y'all go here. And appreciate y'all clicking on. If you're interested in this vise, you're going to see a lot on this channel. It's going to get used a lot. So the little guy's going to get used too. He'll probably be for my handles sanding or my sealing when I get ready to clamp things down. If I need, I'm need a stationary vise a lot, but I really want to try to dig into these articulated for the file work and stuff like that. Definitely. Like I got this knife here that I'm still working on. So let's put one in there, see how it does. I wonder if this is the side I use. This is the one I'm working on right here. This is the moccasin pattern. I'm doing this for a customer here. Special order. Let's see how good it grips and if it moves. Oh, that's got a dang good damn grip. I'm able to move that. Let's see if that's because I didn't have it tight enough. Don't know. Yeah, that thing is tight. You see it wiggling a little bit, but it's not really doing anything else. So yeah, I think I finally found it. And for $24, if it breaks, I'll just go out and just get another one. But I've been trying to get a hold of some articulated vices, just for the because it make it easier on the file work. I can articulate these things to flip it over here, do this and that. And if I'm done with that side, just take and move this one here, spin it however much angle I want. I'm in y'all's lighting. I apologize. Lighting is getting kind of terrible. It's starting to get kind of dark here in the shop. But there you go. Essential machinery. And actually, I found this one next to the one I bought before, the articulated vise. So in the same spot. So it's awesome. Before I go, let's check out the other side, see how the grip is on that side. Now granted, you really got to bite down on this one here to not get it to move. But let's see how that one does. I think this is the one for the plastic. I'm not sure. In the wood, whatever they said. Bite down on it. See, yeah, she wants to move in that one. Let's turn it over this way a little bit. Come on. Come on. Here we go. There we go. That's my notes on the handle. That's what that one's going to receive to remind me. It's getting cherry wood handle, and I got to finish grinding in that spot, bring it up. But there we go. Yeah, y'all know by now I'm a Harbor Freight junkie. Sometimes the things I buy from there are really good, and sometimes they're not. Like I said, that articulated vise back there was supposed to be an articulated vise, but now is a stationary vise. And it does really well. I mean, this thing has great lockup on it, and it's not bad at all. It does what it needs to do. And it's in a good spot here on this table. If I need to make a quick lockup, put something in a vise real quick, got it. So, but anywho, I want to thank y'all so much for clicking on, y'all. Stay tuned. A lot more knife builds to come. And more show and tells to come. More knives, all that stuff to look. We're busy around here. The orders are I'm getting them all knocked out, and hopefully I can continue on with that. But I'm going to let y'all go here. Again, this is the unboxing of the Essential Machinery Table Swivel Vise. Check these out if you need for a vise or something, and then see for yourself how they go. But I'm a damn sure see how this one is. I don't really know until I start using it. So, but thank y'all so much, and until next time, I shall see you when I see you.